Greetings, my name is Dr. Adam Manley, and this is the introduction to course CTE 5140, Workshop in Career and Technical Education Teaching Methods. I wanted to go over the syllabus as well as one of your first assignments so that you were very clear how to start the course. So here is the syllabus. Basically, the first part of the information is just typical information we put on a syllabus, but I wanted to give you my name, my title, and also my office number, just in case you happen to be local and want to meet to discuss anything about the course. I also have my office number, phone number, and my email. The best way to get a hold of me in the summer, because I'm traveling often for consulting, as well as working at home, as well as the office, would be my email. I check my email often, so that's the best way to get a hold of me. However, you can always try to call me at my office phone as well. I won't go through everything here, but here's the course description. Essentially, this is a teaching method type course. Here's the required text. It's classroom instruction that works, and so I've brought up Amazon here, and of course you don't have to buy from Amazon. They sell it at Barnes & Noble, and they probably sell it in our bookstore as well. Here is the book. This is what it looks like, and looking at prices, looks like you can buy it new for $21, you can buy it used for $18, or you can rent it for $14, or you can also get the e-textbook as well. So it looks like it's offered in many different modalities. Here are the goals for the program. You can read those at your leisure. Modes of instruction will include online lectures, discussion with questions, independent readings, written assignments, and videos. So I tried to make this as easy to understand as possible. This is the schedule of the topics as well as the assignments. And so you'll notice that these are the due dates. Okay? If I remember right, I've made these all due on a Sunday. And you'll notice that the first session starts right off the bat on the 3rd. Here's the topics for that particular session: student introductions, which we'll get to in a minute, the classroom introduction video, which you're watching now, and then reading chapter 1. Now, I understand that some of you may have a difficult time getting the book. I will suggest that you pay for expedited shipping because this is a condensed course and you can get behind quickly waiting for slow shipping times. But if you aren't able to read chapter 1 in time for 7/3, just try to get it to me by 7/10, the 10th, along with what you're required to do for chapters 2 and 3. And for each week, basically what you're going to do is you'll have a discussion board posting. You actually have 2 of them for the first week. That you can do right off the bat. And then you'll have the session 1 assignment. Now the session assignments are questions derived from the text. So that's where chapter 1 comes into play. You are not going to be able to complete session 1 assignment until you read chapter 1. The same goes for all the other subsequent chapters and session assignments. You'll also notice that occasionally what's due for a particular week would be something other than the discussion posting and the session 2 assignment. And the first one is the video assignment, which I'll explain in just a little bit. You'll also notice that on the 31st you have an additional project due, and that's developing a ropes lesson plan. And then you will also notice that at the very end of the class on the 14th of August, you will have a classroom management project that you will do as well. Also, something to point out while we're down here is that you do have a discussion 7 posting, but you don't have a session 7 assignment because there is no reading for that particular week. You will notice this one other distinction here. There will be instructional videos in different sessions. So some of these have recorded presentations, and others just have the readings. So if you notice, starting on the 31st, you have View the Ropes video. On the 7th, there'll be a classroom management video, and then on the 14th, there will be an impact teacher video. Now, another thing to recognize here is that this is essentially self-paced in the sense that if you want to work ahead, you're more than welcome to do that. I will say that I typically wait a week before I start grading the materials. That way I get in all the late materials as well. So if you do work ahead, don't expect me to grade this stuff ahead of time. I will grade it when I grade everyone else's work. But if you happen to know that, for instance, on the 17th you're going to be away, and so on the 10th you decide, the 10th or 11th or 12th, you decided to work ahead on to the stuff that's due on the 17th, you're more than welcome to do that. Here's how you will earn your grade. So there are 1,435 potential points. You have 7 discussion board postings at 30 points each, so that's 15% of your grade, 210 points. You then have 6 session assignments that have questions related to the text that you're required to read. You'll notice that some of these are worth more than others, and that's because Session 1 is only 1 chapter that you have to read, whereas Session 2 has more questions because there were 2 chapters you had to read. Here are the 3 other projects you have to complete: the video assignment, the ropes lesson plan, and the classroom management plan, and those will be discussed in the appropriate week, with the exception of the video assignment, which we're going to talk about right now. So that's the syllabus. I just wanted to go over that to hopefully provide some clarification as to the assignments that are due and how you will earn an A in this course. Now let's move on to the video assignment. This is something you're going to want to get started on it sooner rather than later, because what you're going to do is you're going to write 5 papers. Now these are just 1-page papers. Double spaced, 1 to 2 pages each, so I don't think this will take you a lot of time. But I want you to thoroughly read these instructions, because what I'm asking you to do is not just regurgitate the information from the video. I've already watched them. I know what it says. I do ask that you think critically and provide some deep, meaningful responses, though, some reactions to the videos. So what you'll do is you'll follow the directions. Some of them are more or less specific. This one, I want you to fast forward 8 minutes and watch the remainder of Bill Gates' lecture on what makes a great teacher. The first few minutes he talks about malaria, which is interesting but not related to what I want you to respond to. And then Ken Robinson has 2 TED lectures that are really good. I'd like for you to watch each one of those and respond to each one of those. So now we're up to 3. And then Mike Rowe has a very powerful testimony to Congress. I know that not every one of you work in the trades, but I think we all work in career and technical education. So I want you to watch that video and respond to it as well. And then the last one is one that either people really like or they don't get. But I think if you think long and hard about this video on human decision making, you'll come to appreciate what it can do to help you as a teacher. And so I want you to respond to that. So that's the first kind of major assignment, other than the discussion board postings and the chapter questions. So I just wanted to go over that. Obviously, if you have any questions whatsoever, please email me or call me and we can clarify whatever needs to be clarified. Good luck, and now I suggest you watch the video on how to find and submit assignments on e-learning. Thank you.